So your LinkedIn headline is right under your name within LinkedIn. So on your profile, under your name, you have space to put a headline in there. And let me actually go in and I'll show you. If you go to edit, so this was this pencil over here on the right hand side, this edit, and you can scroll down. Whoops, I keep clicking on the wrong screen here. So your headline is right here. And I believe the headline, I don't know if I put this in here. I want to say it was 140 characters. I'll confirm that and drop that in the group for sure. But I believe it was like 140 characters. So you may have to play around with that, what's going to fit in there and what's going to work. If you don't have a headline, what LinkedIn typically does is it defaults to the most current position that you have. So if I did not have a headline in here, it would instead say senior manager at this place, so at Discover. So my most current position that's there. Or you can opt to do a headline. I would opt to do a headline because you're more than just your role and where you're at. And many of you that are even in this group do more than one thing. So it'd be beneficial to leverage your headline for that. What I did in the workbook, and I'll switch back over here into the workbook, is I talked about different reasons for the headline, very much similar to your banner, to be able to pull somebody in. They're going to take a look and see like what are some of the things you do. For me, I also leverage that headline as to what people might want. So let me actually go back here and let's go. I'm going to pick on these people. So Craig says he's transformation, cost reduction, organizational redesign. And when I look at that, I'm like, I don't know. I'm guessing based on that, he's wanting to do some things with Discover, which is where I was working, but I'm not anymore. So I'm wondering if that might be. I could find out more from his message as well, probably. Org design and org transformation. So Stephen, if we go to him, so his full one is grow your career 1% daily. I'll show you how. Follow for tips on learning, professional development, and productivity. Stephen's a professor, an MBA, and a JD. So we have some insight into who Stephen is and what he does, what he can do for us. Let's go. So some of this, it shows a little bit. It looks like Rita, this might be all of hers. Inspiring keynote speaker, literacy webinars, 3 times author, Mrs. Words. So I would encourage you, these are all good. It gives you some insight into who these individuals are. I had done in mine, and this is another one you're probably going to play around with, the words and everything that you leverage here. So mine is unlocking talent development and problem solving for professionals and organizations. So you see, I went a little bit further from the language that I put up here to say what and for who. Career Catalyst Doctor, 27 years experience and PhD. So if you remember, I was talking about whether I should put some of that up here. I ended up integrating that into my headline. But what I did in the workbook for you, and this is one of the reasons I liked having this workbook, is giving you templates and examples of how you could do it for yourself. Everybody's going to be a little bit differently. Everyone's experience is so much different. So here is a template. It says just the job title at X company, and then this, you do the shift, and it's right under your backspace key to do this little mark here. And then whatever the specialization or area of expertise is. This is short and sweet. So it's digital marketing manager at XYZ Corp, SEO and SEM expertise. So that's short and sweet. You could go a little bit more. So I give you here. So this is straightforward, to the point. There's the career goal oriented. So maybe you're wanting to get into a certain field or a particular role. So you could say aspiring for that role or that field, what you currently do. And I will tell you, you can modify these and you don't have to use all of the pieces of them either. So if you are aspiring to do something or to be something or to be in a field and you're not currently working, you don't have to use that currently a business analyst. You could say aspiring data scientist and then passionate about big data and AI, or you're passionate about, what area of interest that you are. So that's an opportunity for you there. So I give you plenty of different templates and examples of using those templates so you can leverage those, look at them. You can look at from a skills perspective, an achievement perspective, like what are some of those accomplishments that you have, and how you can list those in there. Creative and unique, there's some examples here. Multifaceted, some of you do more than just one thing. So here are some ways that you can integrate that. And the network builder, the thought leader, positioning professional. So what I would encourage you to do is look at these different templates, these different examples, and play around with them. Maybe it's writing them on a piece of paper, maybe it's opening up a document and just starting to, copy paste, tweak them, and go from there and see what you're more comfortable with. Maybe even ask the people in your network or a couple people via a message, like, hey, what do you think if I use this? Like, does this sound interesting? Does it sound intriguing? Like, does it fit the bill for, what I'm trying to portray? And all of those pieces. Definitely leverage, like I mentioned with the banner, it's free marketing, free branding for yourself. So is the headline space. Don't let your last position default into that. Leverage that space to be able to market yourself and to brand yourself and to let people know more about you so that they want to keep reading and keep looking at your profile. All right.